Next in our agenda is the learnings during this sprint, and the first presentation is about how to add the payment gateway. Vasu, could you please kick off your presentation?
Sure, Kanchali. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. I'm going to present how to interact with payment gateway. So I will explain that with this scenario. So as you see, this is a another scenario. So there can be booking a hotel or buying a product. So there should be a payment gateway. So this is, as you see, after selecting the seats, we are going to pay for the ticket. So the customer can put their person pay details, and then they can pay for the ticket. So when you click this pay button, it will trigger this action. So in this action, we are getting the inputs, the user customer details, and the reservation IPG, and these are that we are defining. This will be different in the other scenarios, like in other projects. So this, like, we are just checking that the reservation is available. If not, we are returning an error like that. But the main part is you need this help action. So when we go to that help action, we are sending an argument with the amount and the URL. This URL we are sending when the payment is success. We are redirecting to this URL. So that URL and the reservation ID and the unique ID. So we are getting that data to our help action. And in this help action, we are calling Axios library and the URL module. And then we are defining our result object. And then here, you need to define the API credentials. So this credential is also defined in custom JS. And after you are defining that, you need to define the parameters. Like we are sending those, we get credential as parameters. So with these parameters, we are sending in the URL, we are sending these parameters. So the API knows that this request have access to access the API. Then in here we are creating an object to post to this URL with the parameters as the data. This is the URL that we are, this is the API that we are calling for. So after that, I am creating a log that I have request for the API. Then I am, with the help of Axios, I am calling that API and get the response. And after I am get that response, I also then again keep a log, and then I got the response. I search for the data and get the result. If it is success, I am getting the version and the success indicator and assign that into my object here. And then if there is error, I'm also looked at as well. And if there is a parameter, I mean response in the error in the response, I also looked at as well. And then I'm return that data into our action. So in here, I'm checking whether the action, the result is status is true false. If it is true false, I'm sending an error. If it is true, I'm getting the define the result, and after that I'm updating my DB, and then I am returned with my updated DP result and the API result to my page form submitted. In here, we are checking that whether the status is good. If true, I'm sending the checkout function. With this, the ID as the session ID, which we get from here. And if it is false, we are redirecting to a payment gateway. If it is true, we are sending to this show payment page. You can bind this also to a div box. Otherwise, you can send to their page. Let me show that how it will work. So I'm let's my this, and it will go to a payment decline if it is there is. So this is the payment page that I showed you. This payment page that is their payment page gateway. So after we data, it will read it to success page, and it will show the QR and the ticket, the payment was success. This for testing purpose. And so you will see that you can see the payment is success. So the customer can see that the payment was success. So that is about how we can integrate payment gateway. So now, so thank you for your attention. So I would like to give actually back the meeting to continue with the agenda. So thank you.
Thank you, Lasika.
Yeah, so Kanche and the rest, now what we have connected here is called Mastercard Payment Gateway Services, right?
Okay.
So that's a plugin, a reusable plugin that Lasika has made. Now, if we are having like CyberSource, now there are other payment gateway service providers like CyberSource, and then the several other few Sri Lankan gateways like Paydia and etc. And everybody has similar steps. So one thing is passing and getting a session, then doing the payment mostly on their pages because of the security reasons. Then the return of the payment. So now earlier payment gateway integration was very tough. We had to put even the registration details to the payment gateway. Nowadays, everything is very simple, like Stripe and PayPal and etc. What I saw in this presentation is that still the team does not know the what is an IPG and then the details of an IPG. Now, Lasika, when you are explaining IPG integration, rather than detailing out the technical steps, you also have to give some sort of a briefing of the integration itself. Like if it's Mastercard Gateway Services, why Mastercard Gateway Services are used by the banks? Who are the banks using it in the country? Likewise, those are the important factors for you all to gauge. Okay, if we are doing a ticketing system, is Mastercard the best solution? Are we going to use CyberSource? Now I'll give you an example. CyberSource is much cheaper commission than Mastercard gateway services. But of course, Akunj has done connectivity, but it's a different connectivity to Mastercard. So y'all have to get that the sense. Why are we using this gateway? When y'all coding, always ask why are we using this way? Now yes, we are reusing a plugin that we have already done, but why are we using that? Then what are the extra, like you have to be curious, okay, how does the payment gateway get set up? How are they giving the payment API keys? Likewise. So otherwise what will happen is, if you, let's say we have to do this integration in Python, you would be knowing how to do it, right? So we need to go into detail. Okay, Mastercard Gateway Services has a API documentation. In that API documentation, it says this and this and this has to be done. Likewise, then you know, okay, you now know exactly how to integrate it in any language, right? That's the presentation I like, Lasika, when y'all are doing it. Then y'all also have to compare, okay, if Mastercard services are connected in this manner, do you think other services also have a documentation? CyberSource has a clear documentation. You can say, okay, CyberSource is also similar. Then pay here could be different, or NTP Amex is totally different. Interblocks has done it. So those integrations are tougher integrations. So y'all can just give us a kind of a rough thing, or we can have kind of a session Kanchani, just to knowledge share. These are very important applications to have knowledge of. නැත්තම් වෙන්නේ what will happen is අපි සංගීත වගේ දන්නවා MPGS connect කරන්න, but nothing else. Okay? Then y'all can brainstorm, okay, if I get a requirement to save the card, how are we going to do it? Let's say a ticket purchaser needs to buy the next ticket in a quick turnaround, then we'll have to make him log in and select his card. Okay, save in the card. How are we going to do it with Mastercard? Those are the very important things you have to, be curious about. Those are the things that technically, I think now the team knows how to do the integration, but we have to be curious on the upper level stuff, right? Things that I told. So I think something we can leisurely talk about these things, Kanchani, like what are the, maybe have a brainstorming session. What are the payment gateway services in Sri Lanka, and have a kind of a discussion. Yeah. Because in a project, we are anyway now, even in Bangladesh project, we are connecting commercial bank now, because that's our default gateway. But let's say we are to connect Stripe, then we need to know, okay, what is the difference between Skype integrations and MPGS integration? Why are we using Skype more than others? Likewise, we can compare and have a more depth knowledge on the IPGs. Then we can go into tokenization and wallets also, which is what I want the team to know about, to get inspired about, creating a wallet. How can we create a wallet? Can we create a wallet without PCI compliance? Those are the things we need to be curious about. In the next ones, maybe before the presentation, if we can have a chat, Kanchani, isn't it? So that we can groom the student to, because they also don't know what. So I think that's something I would expect on a presentation.
Okay. So shall we go into the next presentation?
Yeah, so overall it's good. I think that's your first integration also, so that's good. So we'll continue and seek more knowledge on the payment side of it on the next weeks. Okay.
So the next presentation is about creating thumbnail with file upload module. Hisham, could you please start your presentation?
Yes, I'm there. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Hello. So how to generate and import our image? In generating this process, there are many advantages. It's a small version of the image that will remove what the full size of image look like. It's help to simplify because we can see multiple images at once without overlaying each one separately. And overall thumbnail make easier to manage and work imaging system. This is the architecture. These services are used for this. In generating, you want to go automated deploy and launch solution. These are default. This is Amazon S3 URL, template URL. Stack name, we can give any name. Init source bucket, we want to give same bucket name. Other field are defaults. This is processing. It will take time 15 minutes. I process this one earlier. This output is getting live display. Right. We can using these attribute. If you want to change the format of the image, we can put this to link and change it. Like that. Then this link we can use for development. Thank you all for your attention. Thanks.
Thank you, Hisham.
Yeah. So here also, Heshan, what it's now we have to brief what. Heshan, can you mute yourself? Yes. Can I mute you? Yeah. Okay, I'll mute. I can hear myself. Okay. So what I want here is, Heshan, you all to explain the problem, right? So if I share my screen, okay, let me take a minute for this, so
Yes.
that otherwise our presentations are just for the sake of it. I don't want like that. I just want others to learn something out of it. Okay. So the problem you have to explain, Hesham, like why do we need a on the fly thumbnail generation system? Okay. So that's the first problem. Now, if we go to the CRM project, or maybe whatever the site, let's say we go to Spoke. Okay. So we would need some sort of mechanism to create the, let's say, smaller size images or thumbnails or whatever, right? Now, if we are going to create this while we are uploading, then we need a Photoshop skill, and they need to cut it and put it. The next one is like in something like a CRM, we can't specify a size definitely. So that's not a restriction that we can give. And we can't also show, when they upload a big image, we can't show the whole big image to everyone also, because it will eat the bandwidth. Now, how you have to position the explanation is you have to tell why we are creating this thumbnail is to save the bandwidth of the S3 bucket. Okay, that's the main thing. If we don't optimize our visual appearances, we will be consuming more bandwidth from our S3 bucket, which will result more expensive cost for the owner. So what we need to show them is, okay, we are doing this technology on the fly creation of thumbnails or sizing or whatever because of this reason. Right? That's the way we need to position the presentation. Okay, then you can tell for this we are going to use a preset system from Amazon. We can then you can also we can ask you, okay, I don't want to use Amazon. I want to use it in a native format. That also can be done. Now, if we know how to do it in Node.js, we can, while uploading the image, we can ourselves programmatically cut it and upload it. But then we have to we have to do a lot of coding, right? In this way, we just have to deploy the stack and use the CloudFront. So we have to, align the presentation in that manner. Why did we resolve this problem? And perhaps the other one is, if we are using Amazon CloudFront for processing these images, what is the cost for us, right? Yesterday I told you, now it's a good thing, we can use it for our big projects, but we have to spend $15 for 100,000 images, right? So those are the key points you have to mention in a presentation. Otherwise, everybody would be thinking, okay, now we have on-the-fly generation, let's use it for everything. And unknowingly, if we use it for 10 projects, let's say we use it only for movie project has about 100,000 page views a day. So, and if we have, let's say, 10 images in one page, we are spending $15 just for the day. So those might not be practical. In that time, we might have to just cut it and upload it. That is the best way of processing it, right? So those are the little things, Kanchani, I want the team to know. Why? ඇයි අපි මේක කරන්නේ? මොකද්ද අපි කොතනද හිර වෙන්නේ? Why did we? How did we resolve it? දැන් මේක resolve කරන්න ගිහිල්ලා තව මොනවද ඇදගෙන නාන්න වෙන්නේ, right? So those are the things we just need to know. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන් දැනගත්තාම okay මේක S3 bucket එකේ we because of the bandwidth we did this. එතකොට ඔයාලට තේරෙනවා right දැන් lambda පාවිච්චි වෙනවානේ processing. එතකොට මේ තඩි අමාරු processing image එකක් දුන්නාම lambda server එකකින් consumption එක යනවානේ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ අපිට එතකොට මේ පොඩි gauge එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් අපි අර over program කරන්නේ නැතුව. So that's something I need y'all to, but good. I mean, one thing is resolving the problem. I think y'all know how to resolve it. But when I came to කියන්නේ කොහොමද? ඇයි මම මේක කරේ කියන එක තමයි. That's something I need y'all to maybe have like a grooming session, Kanchani, as I told, because we are having more technically sound presentations. What I want is the problem, how we solve it, this is the solution, something like that. Okay, right, we'll go to the next.
Okay, so the next in line is about how to add content and dynamic performance. Deshan, can you please start your presentation?
Yeah, Kanchani. Kanchani, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Hi all, I present about Bootstrap purpose. Bootstrap purpose means this is the Bootstrap purpose. Normal Bootstrap purpose, we cannot add HTML parts. HTML parts means like HTML table, like this HTML parts, we cannot add this HTML bootstrap popovers. Therefore, we need some modification of this normal bootstrap popovers. First, we add this code segment in our code. If we click this edit button, it called custom JS. Initially, this popover part is hidden on our code. First few lines define an object called options with two properties. First one is HTML pro indicates that the popover content can contain HTML markup. Second one is this line. This specifies the content of the popover. It uses jQuery selector to select element with the data name attribute set to popover content. This line we get target ID. Target ID means this is the target ID. Finally, the new bootstrap popover. This line create new instance of the popover class. Provide bootstrap library. It takes two arguments. This example to is the HTML element that will trigger the popover. Option 2 means object contain the popover. Next, how it is dynamic. First, we get the data from my database and it's buying for this extra guest attribute, and it's called in this props. And next we get adult counts and children counts in this line. And next we save all the get counts in this function and update the page using emit update. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshan.
Yeah, so in that also, so that's a better approach. Now, when we focus on popovers, Dilshan, we don't need to show the guest component. We can just say embed whatever the HTML you want there through a component or even a hard-coded value. You all can use the idea is to show that we can utilize popovers for our use now. Now the next one is how it would show. My curiosity is how would it show on mobile, like things like that when you have a bigger tape, things like that also something we need to look at. But overall, good. This popover thing is something we learned, and as well as the check-in, check-out calendar, a good handy calendar for us. Yeah, overall that's good. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next next presentation will be carried on by Irisha about the DWA website. Irisha.
Sure, Francis. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Today I'm delighted to present what is CMS and how integrating it to our DWA website. CMS means Content Management System. CMS is a software application or set of programs that allow users to create, manage and publish delighted content on the web without requiring extensive technical knowledge or coding skills. It provides a user-friendly interface that simplifies content creation and editing process, making it easier for non-technical users to contribute to a website or application. CMS allow to work with various types of content such as text, images, videos, and documents. This is the CMS page, CMS component for DWA website. Now go to the inner page. On the page detail tab, user can enter the page title, meta keyword, meta description, etc. Next, go to the hero tab. User can add two types of heroes, such as hero slider, hero banner. Hero slider showing the slider name, slider image, mobile image, slider text, etc. This is the hero banner forms. On the list table, showing the type, preview, publish, and actions. Now we go to the content tab. Using this, user can add the several content such as text media, extra large text. Now we go to the one form. This is the add text form. Using this, user can enter the title, subtitle, content, button text, button URL, and also go to the media form. It's showing the title, subtitle, image, mobile video, etc. On the list page, showing the title, created by, created on, updated on, and published details by the user. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Irisha.
Yeah, if you can show how it looks like on the front end, create a page. Have we integrated with the front end?
Sure.
Do we have a page? This is a page, is it?
This is the home page.
Okay. Right, okay. So it's connected now already?
Yes.
All right, okay.
This is the team page.
Right, that's fine, yeah. Okay.
Okay, Irisha, thank you. So, as the final presentation, Tarushi and her team will present how we deal with the ACME check. Tarushi, can you please
Yeah,
start?
Tarsha, if you have connectivity issues, can you connect to fiber?
Yeah, sir, I already connected.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, we successfully launched the ArcMage mobile app on Play Store. So Chandra and Ravindu will explain the step-by-step process of it. Chandra, can you share the screen and present?
Good evening, everyone.
Raminda, we can't hear you clearly.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm explaining how to deploy the ArcMage app in Play Store. 11 step in the deploy the ArcMage app. 11 step in the deploy the ArcMage app. First step is at the launch icon. Firstly, we go to app icon generator and drop the ArcMage app logo and after select Android and select the generate button, I will create after app icon generate, we will have zip file for all image in icon generator. And second step is remain the app and bundle the app ID or remain the app bundle app. We can use the remain package available in the pubdev for the all we have active the command for that. Pass the below command in terminal. After activate the command, we have now remain app running the below command. These are commanding. And third step is signing the app. We publish the Play Store. You need give a digital signature. You use the following instruction in signing your app. We create key properties file inside the Android folder, and after the key properties below text paste the below text. After the run the below command for terminate. And fourth step is create the Android app bundle. Just run the Flutter here to print the previous build, and now generate the app bundle. Run the below command, and this is a create.abb inside app, and now publish that in Flutter developer console. And I invite to explain the other step for Tanil.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So if you don't have a developer account in Google Play Store, you have to create a developer account first to deploy that on Google Play Store. So you have to go to the.
Shanidu, you have to speak loud. Oh, can't hear.
So to create a developer account in Google Play Store,
simply you have cost $25 for lifetime. So you after you creating the developer after you creating the developer account, simply you can click create app. So I show there where it is. So you can see the button in the dashboard. Create app. Click the create app on the Play Store. The dashboard. After click create app, you can see it's required to fill a form. So remember the fill with actual details, because if you fill those with false details, you will reject from the Google Play Store. And after fill that form, you have to create a main store listing. So you have to simply add the app name, short description, and full description. I'll show where it's placed. So simply in the Play Store, the app name is the app name that you can search to, and the description is also there. After that, in the dashboard, you can simply click the existing app, or after you create that, simply redirect you to here, the app dashboard. So after that, you have to create main listing. So for the main listing, you can see here. So after click the main store listing, you can simply fill the app name, short description, and the graphics. So app icon, previously you create the app icon for the app and the Play Store. You can use also here, and add the features, graphics, and some few screenshots. It required 8, but you can minimum you can add 2. And after that, simply click save button. After you done the store listing, after that, you have to give the store contact details, because if there's any problem, you will contact via through this email. I'll show where it is. And you simply you can like add the countries and regions, where the app is you need to publish. You can filter that where it is show. So, and the other important step is remember the add privacy policy, because if you don't add those privacy policy, simply definitely your app will be rejected from the Play Store. And also the other main thing is, while creating the app bundle, you have to ensure that the Android that you don't give any permission, like undefined permissions. So just only use the where permission that you used in the app. Don't use don't ask other permissions from that. That's the main reason some apps get rejected from the Play Store. And you can check it in manifest XML file. After that, you have to now 80% of the listing is complete. So after that, you have to roll out that for the production. You can simply click the production here. So you can see production here. And after that, you can create new release. And after that, you can see something like this screen. So after that, simply drag and drop the .abb app bundle file for the app bundle, and it will autofill those forms. And after that, you can simply add that release note. It means what is the new from app, and save it. And finally, click the rollout button to production. After click that start rollout production. If there's any errors, you can see it here. And if there's any error, the Play Store console give some documentation to clear that out. How can we solve that problem? And you can simply reading those. It will be you can be clear those errors, and that's it. So thank you, Kanchana. So that's
Okay, Shannon. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's I think it's a good presentation. I think that was the first one from Ravidu and Chanindu. Good, and yeah, let's little by little let's improve our detailing out how. Now this is good because if you can't quickly go through it, having a documentation is nice. So this is okay, and I think we have approached one big milestone where the Flutter team, the two engineers can now deploy successfully to the Play Store, and the app looks nice. I think we can grow on this and build more productive and more profitable apps also, and in the future. So that's good. It's a good start. So this is the second app now, Chandidu, you uploaded, right? So,
yes, sir. Second episode.
Yeah. So yeah. So we are somewhere now, and we're improving. That's good to know.